Do you truly care for your wife, Doug? I rolled my eyes. Did this short, balding, lazy, slurred idiot really think that by appealing to my feelings for my wife, he could get me to buy his insurance? Taking a long sip of bourbon, I had to admit, at least the fool had the decency to order top shelf. I recalled my promise to my friend Tony, who had been persistent, urging me to speak with this guy. Tony wasn't one for playing games, just like me. He insisted it was crucial, so here I was. I'd heard the food here was decent, the free lunch was exactly what I expected. The conversation was polite, covering topics like sports and the market, carefully avoiding politics. When the waiter cleared the plates, Dennis dropped his bombshell. "Okay, I'll go with you for Tony's sake," I said. "Of course, I love my wife." "No, Doug," he interrupted, "I mean, do you love Susie?" My focus sharpened. "How do you know my wife's name?" I asked. I couldn't recall her name coming up during our conversation. He slid a hotel key card onto the table, still in its packaging. His face was expressionless. "This is the key to the room where I'll be meeting your wife tonight," he said. I demanded, "What the hell are you trying to pull?" My face flushed with anger. "Look, I appreciate the lunch, Dennis, but you've crossed a line." He grinned. "I bet she was smoking hot when she pulled you into bed the other night." My body froze. "How do you know about that?" I asked. "It was the best sex we've had in years." "Was she wearing those black lace thongs?" Dennis teased. "You know, the ones she showed you the other day." I whispered, "Oh my God." She had shown me those thongs just the day before. She was going upstairs, but I made her wait for me until tonight, Dennis continued. "She must have gotten pretty wound up. Bet you thought she'd make up for the fight you had on Monday, huh? When you told her you had to work late." I felt my heart sink. He knew everything. He knew Susie had confided in him. She'd told him all about us. How could she fall for this short, balding man? "Don't you think she warned you?" he said. "She told you she'd be busy tonight, right? A business dinner with 2 new clients, that's what she said. That's why she made arrangements with the nanny when she found out you'd be working late." I could stop this now, I thought. I was younger, stronger than him. I could grab him and take him out in the garage. But as I studied him, I saw his muscular build beneath his Hawaiian shirt. No, that wouldn't work. Could I interrupt Susie and beg her not to go out with him? Would she stop if I threatened her with divorce? No. She'd get the kids and half of everything I owned. She could have them in our bed any time she wanted. And this idiot was going to sleep with Susie, and there was nothing I could do about it. "Please, Dennis," I begged. "Please don't do this." The waiter brought the check, and Dennis placed his credit card on the tray. "She's easy," he said. "She just wanted attention." "How long has it been since you truly missed her?" he asked. "We talk all the time," I responded. But Dennis shook his head, grinning. "Were you really listening to her, Doug, or were you just nodding and thinking about your work?" He couldn't know about this. He couldn't. "How long has it been since you sent her flowers?" Dennis pressed. "She loves roses, doesn't she? When was the last time you invited her to lunch, instead of your secretary?" It hit me like a brick. I had been neglecting her. "You know, Doug," he continued, "you'll never make her feel like a woman again if you don't start showing her you care." The guilt tore through me. It was my fault. And now, I was scared it was too late. Dennis leaned forward, narrowing his eyes. "Once I get my hands on Susie, she'll never be yours again. Every time you sleep with her, she'll remember me." "What do you want?" I asked. "Anything. I'll give you anything. Just don't do this." He paused, studying me, and then spoke. "I want 3 things." He raised 3 fingers. I swallowed. Did he expect me to do something perverted? It didn't matter. I'd do anything to keep him away from Susie. First, stop having sex with Katie, Dennis said loudly, making everyone around us look. Your secretary's out of the picture, Doug. Okay, it's done, I agreed, feeling defeated. What's next? Your wife will be in the lobby at exactly 7:30 tonight. I know how she feels about being on time. I'll arrive at 7:35. You've got 5 minutes to convince her. I whispered, oh my God. Tears welled up in my eyes. But I wiped them away. 5 minutes, Dennis said. If you can't do it, I'll take my turn. Susie's been waiting for me for a long time. Flowers, I thought. Of course, flowers. I had to make her feel loved again. But 5 minutes, could I do it? I didn't notice Dennis get up. He looked down at me and said, well done, Doug. You'll need it. He turned and walked out the door, leaving the key card on the table. I saw the room number on the card. It was time. I watched her sit alone in the lobby, so elegant in her champagne-colored dress, her brown hair framing her face. She checked her watch. It was 7:29. My heart skipped a beat, then he walked in. He looked good in his suit, holding a single rose. Was he the man who could win her back, or was this the end? I couldn't tell what would happen. But I knew one thing, she wouldn't be returning to me. They stood up from the table, embraced, and kissed each other long and passionately. They left together, hand in hand, heading toward the elevators. Well, it looked like they had something planned for the night. And me? I had a date with Rosie and her friends. I raised my glass in a silent toast to their long marriage. In a few weeks, I'll check back with Doug to see how it turned out. His answer will be different next time. He'll be grateful. I'm betting he'll sign the insurance contract without hesitation. And I bet his secretary's husband won't be as forgiving. Subscribe to our channel so your second wife doesn't cheat on you, and stay tuned for the next story. If you're under 18, don't even think about listening to it.